I've got to teach. Okay, so this is.
Do you want to say hello?
Hello. Because we're filming these consecutively, I sort of forgot. Hello, Hosing's back at it again. Apologies for last video. I'll apologise for Luca because he refused to.
If I take you down, would you really hold me down and be your best friend?
So in today's video, I've got one to whet the appetite. Because this isn't strong enough to have a whole episode, but it's a funny one to whet the appetite. And I'm just curious. What's the weirdest smell you've ever smelt?
Maybe your belly
I
button.
feel like I know what you're going to say. I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, it probably would be your belly button.
Cats.
I really hope that when we go back to watch this, 1,
Audio and visuals are good.
2, a hat doesn't look too funny.
That's what you've been worried about.
I never wear hats,
doesn't.
and now we're
It doesn't.
filming consecutive
Well,
videos.
maybe you should take one. Maybe you should take off for one.
No, now I've got a hat hair.
For both genders, what is the sexiest and least sexiest name?
This is going to be 5 minutes with me like this, thinking.
You're not going to discuss it with me.
No, I'm going to
You're
come
gonna
up.
turn
I'm gonna
away.
come up with
Turn away.
the
Write your
least-
answers down on a piece of paper. Here you go.
You've asked me, and I'll come up with the most.
Well,
in my
maybe we can
opinion.
do a bit of back and forth. You know, sort of suggest some, and I'll go.
Okay,
Well, what about?
well, I'm going to say
What
it's
do you
probably
think?
going to have to be like harsh.
Let's start with sexiest.
Hold on. Are you going for sexy and least sexy?
Yes, and maybe 1/3 of the way up.
What do you think of like Olivia? Like least sexy is something harsh, isn't it?
Off the bat, can you just suggest something that you think is really unsexy? Just like Agatha.
Thing is though, you have to say it like that because otherwise it's not bad. I just think that firstly, again, poor question to come to it. Because mate, it's completely down to the person who owns the name.
No. Names can be redeemed through personality, but there are names which do just sound bad. We're just talking about sound.
Well, literal sound. Okay, something. Well, okay, if we're really sort of something sort of smooth sounds sexier than something like
That name. Well, so suggest one that's smooth.
Chantel.
I think sexy names like Riley, Lana, Mia. Trying to pick big ones because obviously I've got the few like Janice and like. Did that?
I didn't do that, mate.
Janice actually.
Janice
Three
from
unsexy
Friends.
names.
Oh, yes.
Sorry if you call Janice, but I think Janice. Don't do that.
I don't like this conversation because it's mean and it's so subjective.
Well, I'm not asking everyone, am I? I'm asking you.
I want a new one.
How do you feel about pineapple on pizza?
You're looking.
Yes.
Do you not collect any?
Collected this link. It's got loads of them.
Wow. This is the background research you were meant to do beforehand, Oscar.
I could have this, but you'd have a field date with it.
Say it.
What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever worn? There you go, I want that. What's something that someone will always look silly doing?
You're just asking questions and I just give an answer, full stop, done. You've looked up questions and I've looked up shower thought. The shower thought is meant to almost mind boggle you a little bit, mind fuck.
Okay,
Meant
well,
to fuck your mind up a little bit.
okay, well maybe next episode we can do one of those. But I'm asking right now, is there an action that you think someone will always look silly doing?
The worm on the dance floor.
Not always. I think if it's done very well, it's quite commendable.
Okay,
These
acting
not
like a
disgusting
T-Rex. That will always look silly.
Not think of things that like actual things that get done though.
Okay, eating kiwi skin.
Yes.
Do you want another one from me?
If you've got one.
So you're just going to sit back and just have me talk to you?
Or
Fine.
well, I'm trying to think of them, but you're smashing it a little bit.
Next one. Always looks silly doing. Putting beads in your hair. Like silver beads down a braid.
Wearing a beige shirt just because your twin put on a beige shirt.
That never happened.
I think that what we can actually get from this is it was a shit question. You shouldn't have asked it, should you?
Yeah, that's literally what I said at the beginning. Like, comment, share, subscribe, please. I think we'll cut that on there also.
If I take you down, would you really hold me down and be your best friend?